Delegates, legalising same-sex adoption in New South Wales is a Labor legacy. That landmark reform meant families like mine could offer permanency to vulnerable children in a loving, secure and happy home. But the legacy of that reform is undermined by the licence to discriminate afforded to religious organisations offering out-of-home care. As of June 2017, 18,780 children and young people are in out-of-home care in this state. In the past year alone, 19,000 young people aged between 15 and 24 were assisted by homelessness services in our state. The erosion of our child protection system on Prue Goward's watch is unconscionable, undermining the extraordinary work of frontline workers, including so many members here today from the mighty ASU. The recently released Tuna report describes the system as crisis-driven, ineffective and unsustainable. We need hundreds and hundreds more foster carers to meet the demand. There are stories of vulnerable children and young people crammed into motels and caravan parks in the care of social workers on rotating rosters, simply because we do not have the foster homes to care for them. We spend $2 billion each year on child protection and out-of-home care, but under the disgraceful leadership of Prue Goward, the system is failing children. The evidence is clear. Every single credible study shows that LGBTIQ parents are just as able to provide healthy, happy homes for children, and we do. An analysis of 33 studies recently found, and I quote, "no evidence that children raised by same-sex parents fared any worse than other children on a range of behavioural, educational, emotional or social outcomes." The fact is, we fail vulnerable children when we discriminate against LGBTIQ people who want to be foster carers. I welcome the courageous commitment by New South Wales Labor today to review the Anti-Discrimination Act 1977. This was a legacy of the Rand government enacted to protect the dignity and rights of each and every New South Wales citizen in an emerging multicultural and socially diverse Australia. 40 years later, it's time to review this Act, and I welcome that this review will include all aspects of discrimination, because we fail our community when we shy away from strengthening laws against racial vilification. We fail our community when we erode discrimination on the basis of sexuality or gender. We fail the most vulnerable when we don't afford the strongest protections for people with disability. We fail the sick and the elderly when we exempt organisations from anti-discrimination laws in our health and aged care systems. We fail students when we let religious schools fire good teachers just because they identify as LGBTIQ. We fail sex workers when we fall short of protecting them from discrimination because, delegates, sex work is work. We fail transgender, gender diverse and intersex people when our laws lag behind the realities of their lives. And again, we fail vulnerable kids, kids like mine, when we let ideology outweigh evidence. Our legacy in the Labor movement is that we are always building a fairer New South Wales, but it should be a fairer New South Wales for all. By reviewing the Anti-Discrimination Act, we have an opportunity to build a new legacy for a new time. Delegates, that work begins today.